Hi guys, welcome to Friday Night Knits. I'm your host, Becky Boone, and this is my knitting podcast. Today's date is August 19th, and this is episode 15. So, how has everybody been? Hope you've had a good week. I've had a pretty productive week as far as knitting goes. As far as TV watching goes, pretty productive. I managed to binge a new series on Netflix this week, which I'll talk about shortly. And I have a co-host today. Ooh, did you see the camera moved? Hold on just a second. This is Crash. I think I've had him a couple of times, but he usually doesn't want to hang out. So he is actually hanging out today. He's pretty old. He's not quite 14. Can't see out of that eye. So he's got to follow you around with this eye. I don't think he hears very well anymore either, but he's our little dude, and I love him. And he's very demanding of attention here lately. So he wanted to be with me until his dad gets home. So, yeah, like I said, it was a good week. It was a productive week. My husband went back to school officially this week, not doing more going to the actual school, getting stuff together. So he's back to like 8 to 4, 8 to 5, and he's it's taking him a little bit to adjust to the time difference. Today, I think he should be home any minute, which I will probably have to pause when he shows up because the dogs will go crazy. But let's go ahead and jump into knitting before we get interrupted. And I apologize for the shaky camera. That's Crash. He keeps hitting my tripod. So let's start with an FO, because I have a faux, guys, and it's not one y'all have actually seen before. It is the 21 color slouch from, the pattern was written by Virginia Slatler Rhymes, and it's a kit from Blue Sky Fibers, and this is the Woolfolk. Is it Woolstoke, which is 100 worsted weight wool. Here's one of the tags off the mini skeins. 100% Highland, fine Highland wool. And here it is. So I love it. I was actually really planning on knitting this for a friend, but I wanted to do a hat for him and then a hat for his Blythe. But they used just about every bit of yarn. There wasn't really enough left over to do one kind of matchy-matchy for him and his Blythe. So I'm going to have to come up with a different combination or a different hat maybe for him. Although the construction's pretty cool. I think it would be really nice with just a regular color, solid color, or maybe some striping, but not striping like this is, some that you can carry up, because let me tell you, weaving in all these ends sucked, and look how bad a job I did. I need to, woo! Welcome back, wasn't that fun? I need to get serious in a finishing class or something to make that kind of thing look better. The inside looks horrible, but I'll show you anyway. There you go. But the cool thing about that is you just put it on the back, on the bottom. This hat is really cute, guys. I dig it. I need to block it still. It's pretty lightweight. I think I can wear it starting now, wear it through the winter. This really made me realize how few hats I have. I always give my hats away. I'll knit one and I'll love it, love it, love it. And then somebody will say, oh, that's a really cute hat. And I'm like, I'll take it off my head and give it to them. I got to get better at that. The one thing I can't decide on if I want to do is add a pom-pom to it. So I made a pom-pom using some of the leftovers. And I made it pretty big. But I'm really, with it, stripes like this and then the pom-pom, I just don't think I dig it. I don't think it as cool as I thought it was going to be. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I tack it on, wear it? Let me know. Ooh, that did a number on my hair. So I fixed my hair different, y'all. I still haven't gotten a haircut. It's driving me crazy. So let me know what y'all think. To pom or not to pom? That is the question. Put it back on because I dig it. Yeah, so FO didn't take much time at all. It definitely made me really want to knit some hats. So I'm going to come back to other works in progress, but I'm going to talk about some future knits because I've got to get some hats done. I want to knit the fat hat Hofsauce. I don't know what the thingamajigger over the S or the over the O makes that supposed to sound like. Haven't looked it up. Don't really care. But this is fingering weight held double with 3 colors. And I kind of did a little stash diving. And came up with like my flannel color. The Anzula that I just bought the other day. This one is Northbound Knitting. That's flannel colorway, so this yellow. And then maybe this. So these 3 colors. That is so blown out. I gotta come up with better color. That's a little better. Those 3 colors, or I don't know. I could do some Mad Tosh, but I don't think I want it in singles. There's this other Anzula. This boy's Bronze Goddess. Ooh, this beautiful brown alpaca. So I really like those 3 together. I don't know why I like that blue tucked in there with those 2, but I kind of do. Or this Northbound's even a little better, I think. Or just go crazy. Do something like that. So I want to knit that hat. And then that just opened up a whole can of worms. I want to do a sock head with some mustache, and I'm either going to use my Harry Potter colors or the Afro Circus, or this is Afro Circus, this is Cavalieris, or this one, which is the Tumbleweed Yarns. I love this colorway. Just, it would be awesome. I think this would stripe really well on a sock head. You're a stinky dog. Stinky dog. Excuse me. So that, and then I started looking at heavier hats. The Dustland, I showed y'all this last week in the pattern book, is a worsted weight, and I think I've got this beautiful, ooh, look at that dog hair. Such a fact of life in my house. So this is some Mad Tosh. This is Flashdance. And this is Vintage. And it's Superwash Merino. Worsted. But most of what I have in the heavier yarns is DK. I love this one, but I don't have a clue what it is. I think I bought it from Skein Cocaine on Instagram, but again, I don't have a clue what it is. But it's DK. It's closer to DK than worsted. Also, there's this hat, the Bandwidth, which is another kind of cool, slouchy, heavier hat by Stephen West. That's the top. It's got a wide band up front and thinner in the back. And I was looking at doing that with this crazy Madeline Tosh. This is the Ultramarine Violet. And this is DK weight. And pairing it with either Hedgehog Fibers in Where's My Bike or some more Madeline Tosh. And this, I believe, is Electric Rainbow, Electric Boom Box. I don't know. But yeah, so hat knitting is on the brain. And maybe I won't give them all away. So, yeah, that's my finished object. I got some new hats. So let's look at works in progress. And guys, I have a hoe. I finished my first monkey sock. First monkey sock. I ended up only doing 4 repeats in the foot. I actually did a 5th repeat and tried it on, and it was going to be gigantic, so I had to take out 1 repeat. But here it is. Ta-da! And it fits really nice. I was afraid it was going to be really, really big, but it's not that big. It just goes to show I have a giant foot. And yeah, I need to cast on. I'll cast on the second one probably tonight. I thought we had plans tonight, but it turns out we don't. My friend forgot that we were possibly going to do something tonight, so just had an entertaining conversation with him via text messages. So I'll cast on the other sock tonight, probably. Work on getting that finished this next week. And that is it for works in progress. What's on my needles, all of my knitting. So again, to palm or not to palm the cool stripy hat. What else we gonna talk about? So that's I wrote down notes. This weekend is the deadline to enter crafts, goodies, that kind of thing into the Midland County Fair, which I live in Midland. And then next month is the Permian Basin Fair, which is held in Odessa, which is where I grew up. It's a whole 18 miles away, so it's not that big a deal. And I wasn't really considering putting anything in, but now I think I'm going to go ahead and do my doodler in the Midland County Fair. So I'll have to take it this weekend to enter it. Color is always good at these. I've never actually entered anything, but a lot of my knitting friends do. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna... My husband may be home. Yeah. Okay, hold on one second. I'll be right back. Whew, okay, sorry about that. That wasn't him, so we might still be interrupted again. But as I was saying, several of my friends from my knitting group have entered some of their knits into the fairs. And it's something I've always wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm going to take this up on Sunday. I think they will actually have it in their possession for about a week. But various color always helps. If you do something, my friend Allison used one that was mostly just variegated yarn. And it got, I want to say it got a ribbon, not just a honorable mention ribbon, but it got like a 2nd or 3rd place ribbon. So no money involved, just ribbons and bragging rights, which is perfectly cool with me. And it does have to be an object that you finished in the last year. So, Doodler it is. Yay, Doodler! And, yeah, then the Permian Basin Fair. Hopefully I can get something cool finished up, because I wouldn't want to enter the same thing twice. But we'll see. So, that's Fair and Expo stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to goodies in my mailbox. Drinking iced coffee again. I seem to have... No, okay. Reflection. I thought I saw something in my coffee. So, I got yarn from Mustache Yarn yesterday. Or Thursday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't remember. But let's go ahead and open them. I'll give y'all a clue. Star Wars washi tape. So, here's one skein. And a second skein. I dig the crinkle, so I'm going to make y'all listen to the crinkle. And I love that she rolls these up like burritos. And my second skein. So, I really need to start knitting this Star Wars stuff up. I'm getting a very large amount of it. So, here are my two new Mustache yarns. I went ahead and got the Must Match Perfectly Matched Skeins. I don't know if y'all have paid attention, but she quit calling it OCD. And I think that was just out of... I know a few people that have OCD that took offense to it, which, you know, I don't have it, so I can't say that that's something silly to take offense of. But I thought it was pretty cool that she went ahead and changed up the way she promotes her yarns. But now she says they are must match to perfectly matched half skeins, which fits with her name too. And this is Yoda. So you've got the great green color of Yoda's, some robe color in here, and then the neon green for his lightsaber. And this one is Obi-Wan, and I love this one. So the dark rich browns, some cream, maroon, and then the beautiful blue for his lightsaber. Love it. I really, if the first sock head turns out great using either Harry Potter or one of my other non-Star Wars turns out really well, I will totally do a Star Wars sock hat, I think. I'll have to really, I think it'll be hard for me to decide, but it will probably be Obi-Wan, because I think this one is my favorite so far. I just don't know, though. I could do, wow, wrist warmers, big old long arm warmers. I don't know, but yay, more mustache. I found my pom-pom makers I told y'all about last week. So this Handmade Modern is what the company that Target is using a lot of for crafty, like just crafting, making. I think there's some felting stuff, knitting. I don't remember if there was dyeing, maybe even paper making, I want to say that I saw at one. But here are all of them. I go from Tiny, which is a little mouse, small, which is a dog. The medium sheep. This is what I used to make my pom-pom, two-palm or not two-palm with, was the medium. A large bear. And an extra large elephant. I want to make a giant pom-pom on this, just to make a giant pom-pom on this. And yeah, so these are really cool. I kind of dig them. I think they really need some extra sanding and smoothing around them. But they're pretty well made. They're really cute. And hey, you know, I think they were $4 or something like that. So that's all my yarny stuff in the mail. I really am trying to behave. But it doesn't work. Obviously, I think I need to really stuff a lot of yarn in there. I was going to say, I think I'm going to do another giveaway real soon. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? Let's do another giveaway. I will open a thread in my Ravelry group since I'm trying to get some traffic over there. I will have a prompt on that. And I may leave it open for 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe it'll be some kind of trivia thing about me that you'll have to look up or something. And I'm going to give away this skein of Sarah from Sarah Texture Crafts. I'm going to give away book 3 because I have this in an ebook, and I swear I think I have this paper copy somewhere, or a paper copy somewhere. And I have a project bag that I picked up a while back that I can throw in as one too. So go over to my group and look for the contest thread and answer the prompt or whatever I decide it's going to be. And I will give this stuff away in about 3 weeks. Maybe more. We'll see how much traffic we get. And just to make sure you understand, to win, you have to be a member of the group, which means you have to join my group on Ravelry. And if you're new to Ravelry and don't understand a lot of that stuff, you can message me. I can help you figure it out. If you aren't sure how to join groups, just message me on Ravelry and I can send you a group invite, that kind of thing. Also, it'd be really awesome if you are a follower on Instagram and also a subscriber to YouTube. Now, I'm not going to cross-reference all of that stuff because no. But yeah, let's do something fun. Maybe, I don't know, it may even be like an Instagram thingy. Yeah, I don't know. Just keep an eye out on the group. That got way off tangent, not in the notes. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, let's talk movies, TV. I think I said we went and saw Jason Bourne and Star Trek not too long ago, but there are so many movies we still have to go see. And we won't be going to the movies during the week anymore because my husband's back into school. But I need to see Suicide Squad. I need to see... I'm drawing a blank. There are so many I need to see. I just can't tell you what they are right now. But you're pointing and screaming at me. I just know it. On TV, Netflix, binging and knitting, I binged Marco Polo. 2 seasons on Netflix. They do have a season 3 in the works. So that's kind of cool. It's so historically not accurate, but it's still really cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything from the almost like the Mongols or the good guys, which I've always seen Mongols as the bad guys, you know, Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan and all of those guys as horrible evil people, but, you know, there's always two sides to every story. So it is more favored in the Mongol. Really neat. I enjoyed it. It is not for all ages. There's some things in it that I was like, are they going to go? Whoa, they're going there. So, but it was your typical power struggle kind of thing. And I enjoyed it immensely. So you should check it out. Football season's about to start up, so I will lose my Sunday Netflix and binging on Sundays now, unless we finally get the cable fixed in my computer room. I won't be doing any of that on Sundays anymore because I will be busy screaming at the TV watching football. You wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I am definitely one of those people. My super funny, like completely random thing, small world, everybody's connected kind of story. My friend Bill used to run a comic book shop in Odessa and then worked for another comic book shop here in Midland. And I've known him forever. And you know how you meet someone and they're a certain age and in your brain they kind of stay that age for a long time, and then you see them a few years later and you're like, wow, you're a grown-up. When did this happen? And they're like, been a grown-up for 10 years, Becky. And you're like, no, you were just 21. That happens with me with Bill because he was pretty young when we first met and super sweet guy, pretty cool, great guy. And in the comic book biz, there was another comic book store locally that my friend Jennifer King ran. And Jen was just like the epitome of cool. And I just loved her. We became really, really good friends. We would, when they re-released the Star Wars movies, I made a Boba Fett costume. She had an Imperial Guard costume and a Darth Vader costume. We did Crow cosplay, Star Trek. Just got gobs and gobs of fun with her. Well, her husband went back to school or took a job. I don't remember. It's been so long. And it's been close to 20 years, but it doesn't feel like it's been close to 20 years. They moved to Chicago, and we kept in touch for quite a while, and then we lost touch. And earlier this week, last Sunday, I got a text from Bill, the comic book guy, and he said, so I don't know if you keep in touch with Jen or if you even know who I'm talking about, but is this her? And he sends me a picture. It's a screen grab picture of a girl on Comic Book Men, and she was selling a Princess Bride sword, and I was like, I can't tell. It looks like her. I'd have to hear it, and I'm not sure she's tall enough. And he was like, oh yeah, it's the angle. She's definitely a good head taller than Ming, and I think it's her. So I tried to find it on like Play on Demand, couldn't find it, so resorted to YouTube. A couple of searches like Comic Book Men, Princess Bride sword, boom. I found her audition video. Sure enough, my friend Jen King, that used to own a comic book store and used to be one of the coolest individuals I knew, has not changed one bit. Owns another comic book store, is probably even cooler than she was back then. And it floored me. I got in touch with her. She's back in Texas, although she's way on the other end of the state, so I'm not sure when I'll get to visit her, but that's gonna happen. So many things we used to do that was just so funny. And one of my favorite stories about her is when my daughter was real little, Jen had the comic book store with almost all comics. She got into scrapbooking at one point in time, so she sold a few scrapbooking things back in the corner for like that long. She had collectibles, a few collectibles, but she could get just about anything you wanted. She had some action figures, stickers, pins, that kind of thing. Well, my daughter kept eyeballing this one action figure she saw, and it was when Aliens came out with, they basically did the animal and alien xenomorph things, and this one was called Mantis, and it was clear lime chartreuse green, and it was all kind of balled up in the packaging. You really couldn't see a lot of detail in it, but she wanted it, and she wanted it bad. And I was like, well, you know, maybe not. I mean, she was always such an odd, wonderful, creative kid. She did not like normal toys. She loved freaky action figures and this and that. So I finally was like, okay, you can get it. But she had to earn the money first, and then we went and bought it. She took it home. And when she opened it, it fell out of the packaging, and then it just kind of grew, because, you know, now its legs could expand, and I think it had a pretty gnarly tail on it, and the head was bigger than she expected, I think, and it scared the bejesus out of her. And it freaked her out bad. I had never seen this kind of reaction from her. And so we packed it up, and she was like, I want to take it back. I was like, we can't take it back. It's been opened. So I hung on to it for the longest time, because I really was pretty sure she was going to get over her fear. She never did. I probably didn't help any, because every now and then I'd stumble across it in my room, and so I would go like stash it in her toy box or somewhere, and she would unexpectedly find it, and it would scare her, and she would scream and cry. And I was a mean mom, kind of teased her a little bit, but we eventually just threw it away. And that was one of her goal things to find as she got older, when she realized how cool it was. And she found it a couple years ago at a Comic-Con, so I was super stoked when she sent me the text messages with it, because every now and then we both would look up on eBay or something trying to find it, never could. So that was something I can't wait to share with Jen. She also bought a really cool pair of Doc Marten boots when they went to Chicago looking for a house. And her husband, she found these really cool boots, and she was like, I'm going to buy these for Becky. And her husband was like, you can't buy her shoes. You don't know what size shoes she wears. And Jen's like, yeah, dude, she wears the same size I do. He was like, no, no, because you have big feet, and boots are different. Boots are weird. You don't know. And she bought them, and she brought them home, and I love them. I wore them all the time. My daughter owns them now and wears them, so I want to go to Houston and see Jen. So, yeah. I think that's all the babbling I am going to do today. Thanks for sticking around. If you are a new viewer, thanks, really, seriously, thanks for watching. If you are a returning viewer, I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to head over to the group and find out what kind of weird contest I decided to do. And I think that's it. So, you'll have a great day. And we made it through the whole thing without my husband showing up from work and the dogs going ballistic. Yay us. So go knit something, and to palm or not to palm. Bye guys.